Okay, here's some notes that I'll pick from them, the ones that maybe I can line them up with what's going on right here. I've got Pasta flashing a Freemason sign. I've got Pasta overcompensating. I notice these people like to talk up NSA a lot, but they're not really talking up FBI as much. So they like to put it as CIA or NSA. And that ties in with the Q-tip psyop, which claimed, was that the one where it's like the two opposite sides? It's two sides of the same psyop coin. It's the psyop that there's an internal battle between good and evil within the military.
He says you were collecting information on us, the U.S. citizens, at 3 to 4 times the rate that you were collecting information on China and or Russia.
Yep.
Get the hell out of here.
We're going to get to that. And
You've
Johnny,
already been busted.
I have some context too, Johnny, because you'll see. So Justin Amash, one of the first to speak out, of course.
All these shows are very pro-military. All these people are not, these are not typical. They do not come across to me as real left. There's no way. There's no rationale for any of these people. They have no credibility. They have no academic background. They have nothing. They're obviously reading. Some organization is obviously supplying them with scripts. They have fancy engineering going on where everyone is lined up with what they're meant to say and when they're meant to say it. And when you know that that's what's going on there, then you can see it. So you can go back and forth between putting them on mute and observing their character versus maybe listen to what they're saying and see if they're try to think why are they saying what they're saying? What is their end game? So the note for Pasta overcompensating, he knows it, he's overacting, and she cringes. Similar to how Pasta knows that she's so obviously reading off of the script and he no longer knows what to do about it. He tries to point to the middle screen. They refer to someone over at Twitter, and they make it seem like it's me. If someone isn't on Twitter and they heard this segment part of the show, it's someone who likes to list the names of the various groups like Jimmy Dore, Convo Couch, Slow News Day, Facts on the Ground. The type of shtick I have, the Ebon Kim, the Manitalk, the Larissa Alexandrovna, the Brad Blog, the Raw Story, the Ron Breinart, the way I do that, I know that's a certain thing I do. I tend to batch. I'm just doing what they do to us, to be honest. My background's in sociology with a master's degree in that, and also with basically social psychology. As I pointed out before, if I had a mentor, if I had like a fake mentor, if I had who influenced me the most, it's Eric Fromm and probably Krishnamurti. I did read Krishnamurti when I was 20ish. I typed what I could read off of the tweet they put up, making it seem it was me. It was someone from the Progressive Army. He said she didn't want to give them credit. She said, I'm not going to mention these guys. I'm not going to mention their name. Progressive Army is part of it. Okay, I've got a note here that I really want to make sure that I synchronize it. Fee goes, no, 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 which is what I did. It seemed like a tell that they do watch my videos.
It's connected.
Right.
And that's the whole system in which Amash is trying to talk about and saying it's ridiculous. So.
Yeah, and they're gaslighting people. They're saying, no, only if you're a bad guy in Iraq or in Iran. Like, it doesn't... Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's a lie.
So this is from Glenn Greenwald, back when he worked at The Guardian, right? He used to work at The Guardian in 2013.
Now, my videos don't get 1 million views, so I'm thinking perhaps they get emails. One person takes my videos and then shares it so that my channel doesn't get the page views. Theorella, it sounded just like me. She went, no, no, no. I I've got a note here about a huge self-triggering. I'll try to find that one. I'm mailing in the video, but it's going to be good. I swear.
Theorist for complaining about it.
Okay.
Enough said. Enough said.
Yeah.
And they're lying.
They're lying.
They're
guys.
lying.
They're lying.
They
and
got caught this all the time. They've gotten caught so many times.
So many times by so many people on both sides of the aisle.
Professional liars.
Both sides of the aisle.
Professional liars.
Tucker Carlson.
I'm picking and choosing what I can remember as good stuff. So someone says pro-liars. So that was a self-triggering. I've got Jardula with a jaw shift. I should probably isolate that and share it. I've got Fee with a tongue jut. So maybe we'll take a look at that. I got Fee giving the evil eye. So I take these notes. I jot down the notes. She's got the evil eye just like Johnny. These are not nice people. They're so deluded that they cannot understand how anyone can think they're mean, nasty people. Like H.A. Goodman must think, how could anyone not like me? How could anyone think I'm bad? Or a mean, bad person? But I see through the stuff. I know who these people are. I know what they are. I mean, they are totally conditioned tools. I have down that Fee was dressed, how Fee dresses inappropriately. I think she's doing that as a distraction. This is a point I wanted to point out a while back, but it's a little tricky because one doesn't want to come across as potentially sexist. They have Fee dressing inappropriately. I think she does that to divert attention from her obviously reading off of a monitor, a la Tim Iverson. Oh, I do have a time jotted down with Jardula wiping his face, and he flashed the sign. That's probably the same time before I had him flashing a Freemason sign, but I won't know that for sure till I put this together. I do recall seeing the same moments more than once. I swear to God, I could work on this stuff like all the time. So just imagine what Eglin Air Force Base, what all these shows are producing. Look at the Snowden documents, the Five Eyes, NSA, Five Eyes, whatever, FBI, they're all the same. There's no fighting between any of these people. They don't hate, the NSA doesn't, and CIA don't hate each other. They're the same people. They're all the same people. They're just in different offices, different whatnots. Okay, maybe I can wrap this up. I feel like I've got more on Fee, on her facial expressions. I have notes on that jotted down so we can take a look at those. I did write down how they're how they're substituting right for yeah. These things perseverate in my mind. Writing down the notes brings me back to my college days. Okay, I have I'm on the last note or two right now. So I've got, I wanted to point out how they use hands as distractions. They all do it. All different people do it. I can see the psychology of it. You can do this too. You come up with your own analysis. Watch some Krishnamurti and notice how Krishnamurti tells whoever's watching, like, don't follow what I'm saying. Don't just repeat what I'm saying. Look into it for yourselves. So he was a good guy like that. He was very legit in that way. And I'm thinking the way Fiorella moves her hands around, she reminds me of Shirley Temple. Or what's that other one with Little Orphan Annie? She reminds me of a little kid doing some type of I'm on the good ship, lollipop. Or what's the other one? Tomorrow. But that's all I'll do for singing. I will try to cut back on singing. because I now realize I'm just not that good, or I'm okay, but I should really wait until I have a lesson or two. I should wait till I go up another tier. So if I go up another tier, if I improve from that, then it'll make sense for me to make another singing video. I will not sing again until it's better. That's what I promise on that. And I'll try to stick to the goods in regards to this sort of shtick that I'm doing right here for this one on Convo Couch. I put Jimmy Dore in the title to get more page clicks, get more attention to this developing story of Internet COINTELPRO on American soil towards Americans. My last note here, this is probably a good one. I just wrote chin, then middle finger, so my neural memory? Neurons? Is that what whatever's going on in my brain, I just know, I can just now see her scratching her chin, and then giving the middle finger. These are bitter people. That's it. Now I know that I've said enough, and then I can hit stop. I look at Audacity, the software to speak, and it's well over 52 minutes. Now a lot of that's going to be reduced. I'm going to try my best to not delete spaces of silence within sentences. That's what I should do. But I mean, if I wait like a half a minute in between a sentence, or even 5 seconds within a sentence, I should probably get rid of that dead air. I'm just on a more of a delay pattern. It doesn't mean what I'm saying is any less significant. It doesn't mean that I can't sound normal, that I can't interact. You could meet me in real life and you wouldn't even know I had Asperger's. You wouldn't, if I was on top of my game, no one would even have a clue that I have Asperger's. Maybe it's fairly obvious at this point. Maybe I'm a droner. As I realize I have Asperger's, I'm more at peace with myself and the stuff's just flowing. But I will reduce this and see how it goes. This is the Tokyo Shemp News Network. This now concludes today's broadcast from the Tokyo Shemp News Network. God bless America. No, I said I wouldn't sing anymore. Alright, everybody. Thanks for your time and consideration. Take care. Bye-bye.